right. Did that give you enough time, Sierra, to get ready? Yes, no, you came ready. So I apologize for any technical difficulties. I'm just trying to work out the kinks. I'm not really sure what's going on, but everything seems to be going fine. So I want to introduce everyone to our boss chick for the evening. Her name is Cierra Mack, and she is a fashion designer. And so it says the Fashion Mac. I like it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start out, Cierra, by giving you the floor, but I want you to tell everybody your name, what you do, and how you came to become a fashion designer.
So, hey y'all, I'm Cierra. I started designing, it made 11 years, this past November. I started design school 2010, and I have been taking clients since 2014. Right now, I'm a fashion designer. I do custom clothing for men, women, and children. I'm season right now, so it's grind time. Also specialize in weddings, birthdays, any special occasion, basically.
Okay, nice. All right, sounds good. So now you said you went to design school. How did you decide to go to design school? Were you drawing as a child or?
Well, I always was an artsy fartsy type of kid, but I never thought that I would be a fashion designer. Growing up, I always said I wanted to be a teacher, and I actually
Okay.
was for 5 years. But as I came to my fourth or fifth year, I started to get fidgety in my life, and I wanted
Okay.
change. I wanted to start building something for myself. And I was playing around with design school after I seen some ads popping up on my smartphone, and called down there and they gave me a tour. And within like 2 weeks, literally 2 weeks, I was in the school in the mid semester. They created a whole classroom for me and everything with a teacher
Nice.
but it wasn't any students. So
Okay.
I had like in the middle of the semester. It happened so fast. It was like design chose me, honestly.
Okay. That's nice. So they created a whole program for you. So you must have stood out as very special before you even really got started.
Um, I would like to say so.
Okay.
I really think it was my determination to want to breathe something new, do something better than what I was doing at the time,
Okay.
and met with the coordinator of the program at the time. He really cut a lot of corners for me because he saw me going back and forth with the essay that I had to write to get admitted in.
Mm-hmm.
The application fee because I was young and broke.
Oh no. We've been there.
For application fee, and he was just like, yeah, I see something in you and we're gonna get you started. It was literally school had started August. I started November
Oh
2011.
wow. Okay. Very nice. And what was the name of that school?
The Art Institute. The
The
Art
Art Institute.
Institute
Okay.
out of Chicago River.
Okay. Yeah, nice. What was I going to ask you? Oh, so I wanted to know, well, maybe I should show some of your designs that you sent me and then I'll ask because I have just some questions. So I'm going to show some
That was
on
one.
if I can get. I didn't hear you.
I said that was one of my favorite dresses that I've ever done. She was a client from Vegas, and
Okay.
they flew me out.
Nice. Okay. Very special. Okay. How long did it take you to make this dress?
So, I'm pretty fast when it comes to dresses. For her to be an client, it was amazing that I only got her one fitting. I flew down there. We did
Okay.
home. I flew
Mhm.
there one weekend with half of the dress almost done, and then once I saw the fit on her, I flew down there another weekend, and it was ready for her. So
Okay. So how many fittings does it normally take?
3 or 4, three,
Oh,
really as many as I want, as many
okay.
you to make sure that it fits good, perfect. I'm real, a stickler about that as many times as I want, but typically 3 to 4 and a pickup.
Okay. All right. And
That
so
was
would you consider yourself a perfectionist?
um with my stuff that I make for myself, no. With my
Okay.
clients, yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I can throw some
Got it.
real quick for myself, and you won't even tell that it's not done because of, my angles and how I do it. But for my clients, yes, I want to give them exactly what they want.
Okay.
And I want
Nice.
to feel real special when they wear one of my garments.
Okay. So I'm gonna keep flashing them on the screen. Now just let me know if you want me to stop and talk about one of them, okay?
Well,
Because
this dress right here was my first time putting glass on a dress. It's literally like little small glass mirrors on her dress.
oh,
And that was my first time working with that, but it came out so beautiful. She was so happy, and she still is a continuous client to this day.
wow, glass, real glass.
hmm From on the boobs and on the bottom of the shirt.
And so, okay, so that sounds very difficult to do.
It was. I found some smart ways to do it a little bit better the next time I used it. But
Okay.
it was little glass pieces that came in a pack, and I used
Mm-hmm.
adhesive to put it on like a skin tone mesh to make it look like it's literally floating on the skin.
Okay. Wow.
That
Yeah.
was prom a couple years ago.
Okay. All right, let's look at this one. Very
That one
luxurious.
did her and her date. I don't know if I sent that picture, but her date had a gold and red suit.
Let's see. I think this
Yep,
one.
yeah,
Okay.
my favorite
Oh,
couples.
you did both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you
Yeah,
did suits too. Okay. Look at that. I know that when you were referred to me and I was shown some of your pictures, I'm like, oh my goodness, oh wow. And I was, being told, I'm like, she makes these pretty fast. She does a lot. And I'm like, wow. And I mean, everything looks so meticulous. Like you take your time with the details. And so I'm like, I have to talk to her. I have to have her on my show. So now I have to ask how, because you said prom season is coming up.
no
How far in advance do they need to get a hold of you before they can
problem. Right now,
expect to get a prom dress?
or somebody who's going on prom, you probably already have the person that you're working on. Like right now, you would be late if you would be trying to find a designer. A lot of people are still reaching out, which we still are taking clients, but
Okay.
this is around the time where you would be kind of late because prom start in April.
Right. Okay. Wow. So how much do your dresses run?
It depends. It depends
Okay.
fabric choice, style, detail, how long you give me to make it.
Okay.
One of
Go ahead.
the first dress that you put out, that you showed with the rhinestone beading, that dress was probably my most expensive prom dress to date. That dress was about $3,000, and at least 1,000 of it went on the fabric.
Is it that this one?
No, the very first one.
Oh, the purple.
Yes, she got rhinestone beading from head to toe, and
Oh,
that
wow.
cost a lot of money, and it's a lot of detail, a lot of handwork because
Okay.
that's some you got to sew by hand.
Okay. So you're not sitting there with like the McCall pattern and work work, because that's what I know. I go to the Hobby Lobby, get a McCall pattern.
Honestly, I did start out using patterns. They
Okay.
use patterns in school, but
Mhm.
once I started taking clients, I got to the point where I can just cut something out and by measurements. I can cut it out by
Wow.
um sew a full garment.
Okay. So how long did it take from the time you started design school to the time you got to the point where you could just see something and cut it out based on the measurement?
I think. Are you still on? Okay.
Yeah.
Um. Wait. Say that again, cause I got a
Oh,
call and it cut you off.
Oh, okay. So I was asking, from the time you started design school to the time you got to where you could just see something, get the measurements and cut it out and make it. What was the time frame? Like how long did it take you to perfect that skill?
Well, I started design school 2011. It was about 4 years before I started actually, cutting out by measurements and just eyeballing. Now it's to the
Okay.
point. Sometimes I don't even need your measurements. I can look at you, your body type, cut something out real quick and put it on. Usually it's a perfect fit. I love when it's a perfect fit. It makes me so happy. But
Yeah.
sometimes alterations like in the hip, under the boob, because everybody
Okay.
differently. But
And
yeah,
that's why you get paid the big bucks.
yeah,
All right.
I
Sounds
can
good.
I can eyeball and
Okay.
cut out a dress and do a dress.
Now, does anybody ever come to you and just say, I need a dress, you do you? Or do they always come with some type of idea?
A little bit of both. A little bit.
Okay.
I have clients who know exactly what they want. Like, look, this is what I want. I want it exactly like this. Don't stick too far away from it. If you
Okay.
let me know, let me see if I like it. They're, they know what they want. On the other hand, I have clients who would say, I seen your work. I know you do good work. This is the color that I want. Just put your stamp on it. That's
Okay.
I really 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 love when that happens because it gives me a chance to show people something new, something
Hmm.
different, as opposed to doing something that somebody saw already.
Okay. And then along those same lines, have you ever had a client where they come to you and they have a design ready and you're like, I'm not making this.
No, actually, I've had a lot of clients who would try to draw their designs out, and I can,
Mm,
although it may not be a really good drawing, I can still see the vision and draw it
okay.
out again, or show them exactly what I see in my head, and then they could either say yay or nay, like no, that's not what I was thinking, or yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. If
Wow.
at any time I'm working on something and it's not giving me like those vibes, like it's
Yeah.
really not clicking, I'll change it. I'll change
Okay.
and I'll let my clients see it when they come for their fit. Like,
Okay.
what felt good, the other path wasn't working. Let me know how you feel. Usually, it's a good thing though. They okay. I like where you went with this. I never had
Okay.
to tell me, I don't like what you did with something. But if my clients are honest and say, I thought I was gonna like this on second thought, can we change it back? I definitely,
Okay.
I definitely will.
Okay. So you're flexible.
Yes, but I
Okay, good.
touch on stuff like I love a high shoulder. Like
Hmm.
I love. You can even see in the back. I was working on something today that I want to show y'all, but I love
Oh,
high shoulder and a high waisted skirt and a flare.
okay.
I would try to put that on everything if I could.
So that's your signature kind of.
I think
Well, yeah, let's see what you have back there behind you. What is that?
this is a fabric that I got from New Rainbow Fabrics, and shout out to New Rainbow Fabrics. They put my dress in the window recently. Um,
Oh,
I
congratulations.
passed New Rainbow on Roosevelt. That's a
Okay,
little dress in the window, but I
nice.
from them today, and it's actually the rose gold side is
Okay,
this is the actual fabric, but when I saw the inside of it, this spoke to me more, so I put it on this side.
okay.
And it's basically just a flare skirt. I love, love, love a high waisted flare skirt. And I know it looks kind of like Back to the Future and really like.
I was gonna ask, did you make that for something specific?
Yeah, actually, yes. I'm going to have a photo shoot in March. And for photo shoots, I feel like you can be
Okay.
out of the ordinary. You can do something that's you know, crazy shape, crazy fabric because you want something that'll pop on camera. You want something
Right.
different and not really like every day that you would wear every day. Well, I would.
Okay.
I definitely
Yes, that's funny.
put this on, but this
Okay, well, that's beautiful.
crop jacket with a
Oh, okay. I thought it was just a one-piece dress.
nope, it's a crop jacket. I love a two piece.
Okay, that's very nice.
You. But yeah, I love a high shoulder, baby. I can put a high shoulder on anything.
On anything. Okay. Well, so as always, I always ask my boss chicks, in your own words, what makes you a boss chick? Now, I mean, I brought you on the show because I thought you were a boss chick, but I want to know why you think you're a boss chick.
I think I'm a boss chick because my mind and my ideas go places that usually other people's minds don't go. I feel like up until this point, I've pushed boundaries and
Mhm.
I've not let the fear of not knowing stop me from stepping out and doing something as crazy as this.
Okay.
But I
Yes.
going with your creativity and just stepping out and doing something, whether you fear it or not, that make you a boss. That make you a boss.
Got you.
Nothing beats a failure but a try.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that. So, with that being said, I want to know two things. If you have any words of advice that you could leave to someone who is an aspiring boss chick, like maybe they're working on it, but they, haven't made it there yet. But if there's any words of encouragement you can give them, or words of advice that they would benefit from.
Well, first off, I don't believe that nobody is there yet as far as like being a boss chick. We all boss chicks. We all boss chicks. It's just something that you got to tap into to turn it up a notch, and then
Okay.
other people why you a boss chick.
Got it.
I would say my advice is to don't stop. Once you
Don't stop.
not stop, because you're gonna get that the clientele, you're gonna get the views, you're gonna get the likes. You just got to keep going. People got to know that you're consistent with it, you passionate with it, and you 10 toes down with it. If you finicky and you moving here and here and here and you're not really sticking with it, nobody's gonna believe you. But if you love it and you show it and you live in it,
Yes.
you're gonna grow. You don't have no choice but to grow.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. So two things. Is there a way that people can get in contact with you? I know you said it's probably too late to do proms, but somebody might have something else coming up after prom season or a wedding this summer.
Actually, it's not too late for prom, especially if you're in like a late May or June prom. You can still my Instagram is the Fashion Mack, all one word, no caps.
Okay.
My Facebook is Cierra Mack. You'll see me in a gold dress, like a gold two-piece nude dress.
Okay. I'll
Um,
put those in the chat.
I just started a TikTok. I'm still learning it, but it's magic.
I'm not on TikTok, so I don't know. Tell me all about it.
TikTok watchers, um,
Yeah.
it's called Mack Magic, MACKMAGICC, two C's at the end, and
Okay.
um, yeah, you can reach out on any one of those. Give me about 24 hours to 48 hours to respond because my inbox is cracking.
I'm sure.
For real.
All right. Yes. Well, this has been fabulous. It's time for us to wrap up our interview, but I want to
I'm
extend an invitation.
excited for this. Like, this
Yes,
is new for me, and I just appreciate the opportunity. It was fun.
absolutely. And I love your energy, which is why I'm asking you to stay. Don't go anywhere. I
Oh,
want you to stay and come back for Girl Talk. We're going to have just a little bit of conversation about relationships. Can you handle it?
oh, okay.
Yes. Okay.
I
All right. So sit tight, everybody. Next up is